It was supposed to be just another night. A nurse's final shift before retirement. But by the end of the night, she would face the unthinkable. Her last patient turned out to be her killer. Chicago, 2021. The city's winter wind howled against the hospital's windows. Inside, the fluorescent lights flickered, casting long shadows across the empty hallways. Nurse Clara Hensley adjusted her ID badge and sighed. One more shift. Then retirement. One last round of care before leaving behind the life she had devoted 30 years to. Her colleagues had left for the evening, leaving the hospital eerily quiet except for the soft hum of machines and the occasional squeak of a rolling cart. Clara entered room 312. Her patient, Mr. Leonard Briggs, was an older man recovering from a routine procedure. His vitals had been stable all evening. Routine checkups, a few comforting words, then back to the nurse's station. That was the plan. The cameras in the hospital corridor captured a shadow moving where it shouldn't. Clara, unaware, walked back toward the supply closet. Moments later, Leonard's four-line, supposedly harmless saline, was tampered with. A slow-acting poison. By the time Clara returned with the medication tray, Leonard was struggling to breathe. Panic surged through her veins. "Call a code! Stat!" she shouted, her hands trembling as she tried to stabilize him. But within minutes, he was gone. The hospital went into lockdown. Police arrived, interviews were conducted, cameras were reviewed. Every inch of the hospital was scrutinized. But the footage revealed something chilling. A masked figure had entered Leonard's room shortly before the nurse had returned. Yet no one could identify them. Clara felt the weight of suspicion pressing down. How could this happen on her final night? How could someone commit murder in a hospital, under her watch, during her final shift? Months later, in a crowded courtroom, the mystery unraveled. The masked figure? Leonard's own niece, Vanessa Moore. Her motive? Revenge. Decades ago, Leonard had been involved in a tragic accident, one that had changed Vanessa's family forever. A medical error he'd caused as a young doctor had claimed the life of her younger brother. He had apologized, yes, but time never healed the wounds that lingered in Vanessa's heart. She had watched Leonard climb the ranks, enjoying the life she believed her brother was denied. And on Clara's final shift, she saw her chance. Vanessa confessed in court, her voice calm yet icy. She had waited for years, studying hospital schedules, learning protocols, and planning her revenge meticulously. The timing, she explained, had to be perfect, Clara's final shift. A symbolic act to ensure that Leonard would never see retirement, never feel the relief of completing a life of work unscathed. The courtroom was silent. Clara sat in the back, a mix of horror, grief, and disbelief painted across her face. How had this family tragedy spiraled into cold-blooded murder? And how had she, a nurse who had spent her life saving lives, been drawn into a nightmare she couldn't control? As the judge banged the gavel, Clara left the courtroom, but something nagged at her. Hospital security footage showed a second figure, someone tampering with the medication cart weeks earlier. Could Vanessa have had an accomplice? Or had she been set up to take the fall entirely? The case was far from over. And Clara knew, deep down, that the shadows of her last shift were not finished haunting her. Someone, or something, was still out there.